Hello and welcome back to another episode. This time it's a double feature featuring Infantry, Commando, and Blowback, two Valaverse figures. One of them very specific to Dorkside, which is now no more. They will close their doors December 18th. This is the last order from them that sadly I will receive. I had other pre-orders, but unfortunately I had to cancel them because, first of all, Bobby Vala made a video that said that they will not be sending Dorkside any more figures, that all of their pre-orders basically sent back, and then Valaverse will post up those figures again for people to get if they missed out on them. So, you know, keep an eye out on that. I'm going to have to because I had to cancel some of those. And I assume that the same was going to be true for some of the Marvel Legends or Star Wars stuff. It's kind of sad, really, but there you go. So I figured, hey, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and review these two because essentially in my book, they're basically the exact same figure, more or less, just kind of like different paint apps on it, but still kind of cool nonetheless. And this is their new wave with the new kind of flamey box here. I'm going to flip them around there. Yeah, I guess those are good. Yeah. So there you have it. They have got the file card for the Infantry Commando, and you've got another file card for Blowback. Something I want to point out, I saw somebody point this out too, and I thought, what? So I'm going to show you right quick. All right, so first of all, notice that his camo is kind of a dark gray. And admittedly, when I first saw this figure, I thought, man, yeah, that's cool. I want to get him for Dusty and have it be like a commando that helps out Dusty. And also, yeah, I thought that would just be kind of neato. But then you get the figure and, okay, looks like those dark spots kind of turned green, like a very light green. So now it doesn't really seem desert camo-y anymore. I mean, I guess it kind of does. Maybe, you know, like a light plains commando. I don't know. Well, either way, he'll get some use, and so we'll see how it goes from there. So how about we free these guys from their plastic prisons? All right, now we're going to get out our nice little blade. Oh no, there goes the background. All right. Now with Action Force stuff, you have a tendency to have things double plasticed on you. You know, kind of like double shielded. Just like shield number 1. Cool. And then plastic shield number 2. They really want to make sure your figure arrives like, you know, bacteria free. All right, man, that's a lot of accessories. That's the thing. You get what you pay for with Valaverse stuff. Sorry for the crinkly. Got some crinkly noises. A lot of tiny little accessories. And they don't use tape, so they just pop right out. And hopefully this time we won't have an arm flying off like with Zorana. Oh my god. Now, you got to be careful of this antenna. I saw in another review somebody had this and they bent the crud out of it real quick. So that makes it, oh boy, oops, camera got hit. Oh no, not the camera. Yes, the camera. Oh, you got to be more careful. I don't want to. Okay. All right, so I'm going to set him there for a moment. I'll put him off to the side because we will get to him. I promise. Dang, man. You need to quit hitting that camera. That's expensive stuff going on there, bro. What's wrong with you? Okay. So he comes with a helmet. I don't know that I'm going to get good detail on that. I'll try. It's got a little hole. It already comes pre-encased with the blast shield mufflers. And he comes, of course, with a alternative head. Man, I apologize. I'm having trouble doing this and trying to see what I'm doing at the same time. Maybe I can be a little more proactive. Sorry. I'm wasting precious time. Just give me a moment. Goodness. Okay. All right. I'm going to try to look at what I'm doing, tilting up the screen. So he's going to have several different hands. He's got the, they come with the cupping hand, which, you can use it for all kinds of purposes, really. You can have it hold the butt of a gun. You can have him picking up a soldier by the buddy belt or, smacking somebody in the face. Also come with a fist punching. I don't really see too many people utilize that. And kind of a gripping hand, like, because the kind of gun that they use has I don't know what you would call it, a handle on the rail. So they could just grip the handle with that gripping gun. And this is a different color scheme. It's the same gun that you've seen a couple of times in the ammo packs for Valaverse, but it's been has different paint apps. And of course he comes with trigger fingers. Then you get the little night scope that goes on your helmet. Thing about those is they tend to get lost real quick. Also comes with like a radio version you could switch out. I may or may not use those. And he comes with a very cool little paint app pistol. Very nice. It's a little bit better than the nubby ones that they had before. So I'm going to scrunch all that up to the side. He also has a knife. Comes with a little knife, which, by the way, I have broken one of these before, so be careful whenever you put them in. Like I was putting it in like this, and I was pushing down, and my finger slipped off, and it snapped right at the base. Terrible. He also has spare clips. He's got a holster for Sayed pistol. Kind of just slides in. There's a different holster than what oops. Well, it's a different holster because I keep dropping it. Different holster than some of the other Valaverse figures that I have. He also has I know there's an official military name for these scarves, but I don't know what they are. But he comes with one. Kind of reminds me of the Vipers. All right, let's move on to this dude, Mr. Blowback. So, same fault rules apply. It's yeah. Oh yeah. I guess I forgot. They come with a stand. So Blowback comes with the metal version, and this Dorkside exclusive comes with a brown one. First time I've seen a brown one, but then again, I don't have a whole lot of figures. So once again, shield number 1, and then plastic airtight container number 2. I guess to make sure that none of the pieces fall out into your bag. And he comes with a severed head. Which is, to be fair, that's probably what I am going to use. Because I kind of wanted him as a GIJoe grunt. Comes with the same kind of helmet, just in a different color. And with, night vision goggles, because apparently they're all trained in night vision. He's got the same sort of communication. Whoa! Boy! Well, I hope I can find that later. That just flew off, and I'm not in a position to go get it just yet. However, it also comes with these. Which if I do keep him in human form, I'm probably going to... Human form. If I keep him without the mask, I might just end up using that. And I was showing before, it's basically... There are differences to the gun, so I'll show you real quick. It's slightly different paint app. Doesn't seem like it at first, but they have a different magazine color and a different colored scope. So one is they paint apped the sculpt, and I think it's like a trade-off. Like they painted the little silver in there, but then chose not to do it in there. I haven't been able to figure that out. That doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. It's like, well, you know, you only get, 10 applications per figure, and you have to sort out where you want them. Do you want them here? Do you want them there? Because if you get an extra paint app, then it costs money, I guess. I don't know. Very, very strange. I haven't been able to figure that out yet. And then he comes with what amounts to be the exact same pistol, just paint apped differently. Now let's prop him out. He's got that same antenna array on his back. So again, be careful getting him out of the package. I know a lot of people have commented that his fade is really nice on that head sculpt, and I don't disagree. It's just that I don't know. Does he look kind of like... Why does he look like Elon Musk to me? It's weird. Anyway, so I'm going to holster that weapon, son. That firearm. And there he is. If I can get him to stand up. Yeah, they stand up pretty well. All right. So, let's get them geared up. All right, and there they are, all decked out and ready to rumble. Something like that. Yeah, it's, they are a little bit stiff, and that's pretty much par for the course for the majority of Valaverse figures that I have, but not so stiff as you need to boil them or you'll break them sort of thing. So I've had no issues thus far with this wave. There were some issues with some of the other ones where the trapezoid, this piece right here, was starting to separate, but not so horribly bad that the figure was going to break anytime soon. So I had that on a couple of my Delta figures and whatnot, but for the most part, yeah, the articulation is pretty much what you would expect. Oh, I switched out the hands to the grippy. So on these trigger hands, as you could see, they bend. So if I could show this on camera without being a fool. They can go up and down. Let me get this gun out of his hand because it's... So they kind of bend up and down because it's a trigger finger. And the grippies bend in and out. They, full 360 rotation. They can... Now, with these shoulder joints being what they are, can't T-pose much more than that. But yeah, same. They can do the splits because of drop-down hips. They can do a full 360 at their waist. They can't ab crunch much because, you know what, and I've heard people argue this, the armor gets in the way of ab crunch. Have you ever worn armor? I mean, you're not going to be doing ab crunches with bulletproof vest on. That's just the nature of the beast. You want them to do an ab crunch, take the vest off, but good luck ever getting it back on. Boom. So anyway, yeah, and the foot can go out quite a bit, to be fair, and they can actually look like they broke. And he can, sorry, I got to do this off screen, cannot quite kick himself in the butt. But to be fair, most human beings can't even do that. So I'm not really worried about it. As far as I'm concerned, the range of motion is the range of humans. And I do note that they do have different boots. He's got more of the strap-ons and he's got the lace-ups. But so other than that, they're more or less the same figure. I did note, can't tell for sure because of the camo, whether or not these suits, I guess they are a little different. But no, overall, I think I'm going to use these as assistants to Dusty whenever I get Dusty in. So how about this? Let's move on to comparisons. All right, and here's a comparison to the Steel Brigade that was a Big Bad Toy Store exclusive next to the Dorkside exclusive. and you have the Delta Trooper standing next to Blowback. As you can see, they have different armor. All right, and here's yet another comparison with Valaverse figures. We have yet another Delta Trooper, but this time with the Delta gear. The other one was at the Urban gear. And Sergeant Slaughter in my customized swap. But as you can see, they're pretty much all the same size. There's no size variation to Valaverse figures. They're pretty much all the same height. All right, and here they are now with Tiger Force Outback and Duke. Raoul Duke. No, I'm just kidding. These I've kind of Valaversed them out a little bit. Here he's got the Riot gear and he's got the Delta gear with a silly special knife I carved out of a toothpick because I broke the knife. I don't know. I guess I'll show you that. It's kind of silly. But I mean, from here though, essentially, it looks all right. There you go. Ain't that so cute? Just a tiny little letter opener. Well, it fits. That's all that matters. It fits, and if it fits, it ships for a low flat rate. All right, and who will these pals be up against? But Cobra! So we have the Cobra Officer and Cobra Viper. Yeah. As you can see, there's a reasonable size comparison here. It looks like the Valaverse might be a little taller than the Officer. Boy, that's not emasculating at all. For a more interesting size comparison, let's have them go up against the Cobra Bats. You might notice that now we have pretty much the same height. So that's kind of interesting. All right, that'll about wrap up my review of these guys. And one thing I might also note that they don't come with any backpacks. I thought that was kind of weird. Like the other Delta Troopers, they don't come with backpacks because they basically don't come with anything but like a weird pistol. But of all the regular characters I've gotten, like the Sergeant Slaughters and even the Steel Brigade, they all came with a backpack. But these guys, nope, no backpack for you. You're huffing it without your stuff. Anyway, on to the photos.